In other Pueblo peoples, corn is their lifeblood, and cornmeal is a sacred offering to Mother Earth. As the smoke carries prayers to the winds, Lee sprinkles the meal for birds and insects to spread to all four corners of the earth. It is a ritual that connects the Hopi to their origin story.
This, I remember. I've told this story before. This is blowing my mind right here.
Sinom asmodi atkaye siwa. Pugnawo sinom omi katihepia.
Guys, I'm shaking right now.
Te pumahaki masawe au iki. Pak masaw yan matiwa.
That got me so emotional, as though I was putting some puzzle pieces together of my life that no one has been able to make sense of for me. And since I was a child and I was told that what I was thinking wasn't real, I thought, I guess it was a dream. But in your soul, you just know you have that soul signature of things from your past lives and from the worlds you've come from and the places you've experienced and the connections you have. You just know. There's so much more than what we've been told. There's so much more. Don't you for a second believe that this is it. When I was a little girl, for as far as I can remember, I thought we lived inside of the planet. Yeah, we lived inside of the planet, and what we were looking at, as called the sky, was the shell of the planet. And I grew up with that belief system, and I was much older. I feel like I should have known better, but I was still a kid. I might have been like in second grade, 7 years old, 8 years old. And I finally opened up to my mom and said something about, oh, us living inside of the earth. And I remember she looked at me really puzzled and she said, we don't live inside of the earth, right? We live outside of the earth. We live on the surface. And I remember her saying that to me and it blowing my mind. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, how, no. I distinctly remember living inside of the earth. I distinctly remember standing there and looking from the inside, looking at the outer shell. And I had thought that as I grew older, I thought, well, I guess the outer shell looks different than when I remember it when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, 3, 4 years old. My memory of it is different, but I'm still looking at the outer shell. For my mom to tell me that we were living on the surface of the planet and not the inside, like I knew in my soul, that's where I started, that's where I belong, that's where I remember, have very vivid memories. That was obviously such a pivotal moment in my life that I remember it so vividly, and how she had blown my mind in that split moment, and she never knew. She never even realized what that did to me. I contemplated that thought of, where the hell did I get the thought that we lived inside of the planet? But I knew in my heart and my soul, I knew that we did. And then years and years later, when I started on my spiritual journey, I started hearing things about hollow earth theory and the caves in the Philippines and the spiritual beings that live on Mount Shasta, inside of Mount Shasta, and the interdimensional beings and so much. And then just discovering so much of my culture, so much. I'm Mexica, indigenous. I'm Hopi. I'm Mayan. I'm Azteca Zapoteca. I'm Navajo. Those are my people. And I'm really, really proud of everything that I'm learning, everything that I've learned, everything that I will continue to learn and pass down to my child. There is so much magic in my culture, my people. We're all one. Fuck those borders. Fuck those walls. We're all one. And my people have been here for over 13,000 years. So please think twice before you tell one of us to go back to our country. We are already here. And we've been here for a very long time, creating art and geography and astronomy and science and engineering, and 90% of the world eat the food that we cultivated. We've been here for a very long time. And in our soul, we know how to honor this planet. We know how to honor Mother Earth and Father Sky. We know how to honor and connect. Tune in. It's such a beautiful thing to tune in. I have been here for many eons. Timeless. I lived inside of the earth, and I know now with certainty that that is accurate and not just the dreams of a little girl.